Okay then. Alright. What? Hey guys, here's the winner of the daily mystery skin gift giveaway. If you want to enter, all you have to do is follow all the instructions on screen. Enjoy the video. Hey, what is going on, Sockjar? Welcome back to yet another video. And no, I'm not joking at all. With the way that things are potentially lining up with the new patch coming out 8.4, potentially we could be seeing Banner of Command becoming kind of a niche, but still hilarious and also quite a powerful pick. Now, I want to say shout out to Reist. This is a guy who actually posted on Reddit about this, and it drew it to a lot of people's attention. I did see the patch notes and I thought it was a little bit strange anyway, but he is the footage that I am going to be using in this video. There's obviously going to be my background footage as well, but the main clip that you saw at the beginning, and I'll put it on screen for you right now, just displaying how effective this is Reist footage. I tried to get my own footage of this, to show it off, but by Christ, playing on the PBE is a friggin' nightmare. And why don't I just show you some clips of that right now, just to showcase how difficult it was. Alright, this is looking like a nice little free kill mid lane. Let's set up in here. Lux has got him nice and slowed. Ignite going down there. Let's go. And we hit that. I might have stolen that kill. Yeah. Oh shit, Thresh as well. Where you go here? Wait, hold on. This might do a little... Okay, it actually didn't do as much damage as I thought it was going to do. He's just sitting in that bush, man. What? Oh. Oh! Okay, we managed to dodge the flash. I've got like 10 HP though. Oh my god. Come here, bitch. I see you, bitch. Get over here. Right, I'm gonna get her. She hasn't got that much mana. She's gonna be doable. No, why? Oh, I didn't think that one through, but it's fine. She's going on to the mushrooms. She's doomed. She's not going anywhere. Chilling somewhere there. Right. I actually do no damage. This is just annoying now. I don't even know how I got that last hit, but I'll take it. Shit. Okay, I died, but I can still. I've got 2800 gold, so let's pick up our Spirit's Visage. Let's get the no moment. Yeah, actually, 15 minutes surrendered. Alright, this will be a better game. This will be better. We'll get it this time. No problem. I was gonna steal red, but Echo's actually looking pretty good right about now. So let's just come around here. Drop the snowball on him. I'm just gonna flash for this actually. First blood. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And now let's go get red. Holy fuck. She is so low. Why is she coming at me? Alright, I'm just gonna let the chickens hit her instead of me. There we go. 2-0 at 3 minutes. No problem. And I actually got a red buff as well. Alright, let's go help Yasuo. I think they've used all their stuns. I'm just gonna ulti. Let's see what we do. Alright, Assault and Barrier went down. I'm actually so tanky, dude. These guys are so weak. Holy shit. He just ultied back in this, man. Like, okay. And, alright, red buff finished him off. Nice. They are all so squishy. Oh, shit. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I dropped the fucking Rift Herald. Okay. No, I can still get I dropped the fucking Rift Herald, dude. Alright, 250 CS in 21 minutes. Not bad. I'm gonna get my Warmogs and get Baron commands. Had enough for both of them. Let's go do Baron. Alright, so after we've done Baron, we'll head towards top lane. We'll use our banner command on one of those siege minions, and we'll see what happens, I guess. And, I mean, we should be able to tank this, alright? Our health is massive. We still got, like, Warmogs. Are you fucking kidding? So, yeah. Apparently, getting a game that goes beyond 20 minutes on the PBE without half of one of the teams leaving, DCing, you know, giving up, AFKing, inting, quite difficult thing to do. I had absolutely no idea that it was going to be as difficult as that. Also, the fact that I managed to get 250 CS in about 22 minutes on Nunu is... What? So yeah, my main point is shout out to Reist. If you want to click at the top right of the screen, there'll be a card. You can go to watch the original video with his own commentary. He's got a very nice voice, so you should maybe encourage him to make some more videos, because God knows we could use some more fucking content creators right now. So the patch notes for 8.4 came out, and you know, there was the standard stuff, nerf top play and all that kind of stuff, etc, etc. But there was one really interesting thing that was in it, and I noticed this right off the bat, and it was that minion damage from Baron buff was actually increased to plus 300% against towers, which doesn't really necessarily sound like too much. It doesn't sound like game breaking, but when you consider the fact that there are certain items that can also buff minions, you're looking at some pretty crazy stuff that could potentially be happening in games. So Reese used this in his video as well. He used Nuna to take Baron buff. That was my idea as well, and what you're kind of looking at is a number of different things that can equate to what could potentially be a team gearing up to take Baron at 20 minutes and then essentially winning the entire game off of a single push, and they don't even necessarily need to be ahead to do this. So let me paint a picture for you, okay? Basically, all you have to do is have your team gear up to be able to take Baron at around 20 minutes. So characters that have really good sustain for fighting Baron, your Nunus, potentially your Heimerdingers, 2 picks off the top of my head that do quite well at taking Baron really, really early on into the game. You have that happen, you have one of your team buy a Banner of Command, and then you run to top lane. So you get your Baron buff up. Now, if you don't know what Banner of Command does, I'm sure most of you do. It grants you a couple of stats. It grants you like a little bit of armor. You got cooldown reduction, health regen, and a bit of magic resist. It's a kind of non-standout-ish item, but its active is that it promotes one of your minions to have like massively increased stats. So it gets like between like 400 and 600 extra health, between 50 and 100 extra attack damage. You can potentially double its attack speed, gets more armor, it gets bonus magic resistance, and on top of that, it becomes immune to all form of magic damage. So no spells can actually damage this. Like, it doesn't matter if you have like an Ari, you have a Brand, you have like really heavy wave clear champions, they will not do a single point of damage to this. Any of these minions at all. It is an item that I have abused many times on even one of my most viewed videos of all time on YouTube. My Tank Teemo top, I took Banner of Command, I took ZZ Rock Portal. People sometimes build both these items because they're just super annoying. The cooldown isn't great on them, and in fact, the cooldown was something that I abused in another Teemo video I made with which has been nerfed since they changed the fact that Ruby Sightstone doesn't exist anymore, so we can't reduce item cooldowns. But it's an item that nobody really buys, but can potentially be abused by the fact that people sometimes can't damage them. If you're against a heavily AP scaling team, or just a full AP team, there's nothing they can really do about it. So you have your pals, all 5 of your buddies, you just collect yourselves. What you can do, take Baron really early on. The Baron buff obviously heavily buffs your own minions. Then you just run top. You run top, you run mid, you run bottom, whatever you want to do. And then what you do is Banner of Command a cannon minion. Now with the Baron buff, what actually ends up happening is that the cannon minion, the siege minion, ends up outranging the turret's range. So one of these siege minions can stand outside of the range of any turret in the game and wail on it. And as you can see from the footage of Reest's like encounter with this, it does a lot of damage, and it does a lot more damage if you happen to give it an extra 100 odd AD from the Banner of Command, and also makes it a hell of a lot more difficult for it to actually be killed, because on top of the fact that, you know, it's immune to magic damage, it also gets a shitload of armor, a shitload of magic resistance if people actually try and attack it melee range, and it actually gets 30% reduced damage from towers anyway. So even if the siege tower somehow magically was getting hit by a tower, it would take a lot longer for it to be destroyed. So you do this, and what you could essentially do is just play defend the minion top lane. You have 5 of your guys top lane, and it doesn't really matter if you can or can't win fights. You pick a team comp that revolves around defending a minion, and you have the minion just obliterate tower after tower, and nobody can get near it because they'd have to go outside of their own tower's range. So they wouldn't even have the safety of a tower to actually be able to take out this minion, because you'd have to go outside of it to actually do anything about it. Now, I have my theories about why Riot have actually made this change. My main theory is that they saw how long, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I find League of Legends competitive pretty boring, especially like LCS. I cannot be bothered watching 60 to 70 minute games like regularly regularly over an hour-long games, like, of just people farming for 40 minutes. First blood happens half an hour into the game, and just neither team can close it out because everybody's just playing far too safe. I can't be asked with it. However, this seems like a little bit too much of a step in the opposite direction. Like, it seems like with the changes that they proposed, Baron would be a bit of a death sentence. Like, you get Baron. I mean, it was pretty bad before when you got caught out with Baron and like lost it, but this would be game over for you if that was the case. Considering if you just lost Baron, there's a good chance that you're probably behind in gold anyway, so you're probably not able to fight the enemy team, on top of the fact that they now have minions that are obliterating every single tower at once. But it's interesting because that kind of opens up a whole new dynamic to the game, and it puts a lot more importance on these buffs. Elder Dragon got like a big buff as well, and Baron's gotten a buff, and I feel like that might make it a little bit more important to pay attention to objectives, get people warding these fucking buffs once in a while now. But Riot have like retconned this decision already. They've already removed the buff and they're experimenting with it, but I think shooting the numbers down a little bit, but you're kind of in the right direction. Something like a little more concrete to end the game would be fantastic, because God knows, like, especially in competitive, it is a fucking snooze fest watching these players try and breach each other's bases when they've all got like 1,000 CS each. It is so tragic to watch. And hell, if these changes actually do go through and they somehow hit live, my God, you know that there'll be videos of me coming out where I 5-man Baron 20 minutes into the game, and it's a defend the minion mini game. Like, that just sounds fun. If you have like 4 of your buddies that you play with regularly, I dare you to suggest that idea to your friends, all 4 of your friends that you're gonna play with, and if all 4 of them don't say that sounds like a hell of a lot of fun to play, like in a normal game with just your buddies, I will PayPal you 1 penny. I can't afford anything else, boys. But anyway, that's the changes that are happening. That's the ideas. There's a lot. Like, there's a lot you could potentially do with that, and it sounds like a lot of fun. But Riot have kind of gone back on their word a little bit. They might bring it back, though, after a little bit of tweaking. But hell, we'll see what happens anyway, regardless. Once again, thank you to Reese for the video, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow, though. Take care. Have a good one. Goodbye.